in the face of fear is what it means to be a hero. Don't think. Become.
Bad guys. Never said this, but don't swallow.
Alrighty guys, I want to give you a quick little review of Trollhunters. I guess you could say Season 3, Part 3, the finale. So, I saw Season 2 and I saw Season 1. Actually, when I saw the first season, it's probably one of my favorite seasons that came out, favorite cartoons that came out that year. This one, Season 3, it kind of wrapped up the whole story with the Tales of Arcadia for the Trollhunters. Now, I think I did a review before, but there's 2 more series, 3 Below, and other series are coming out, which I can't wait. I desperately cannot wait for those. You have no idea. I can't wait for the other series that's supposed to come out. So, I really can't. Because now, this one wraps up the whole tales with the Troll Hunter and pretty much the fight with Garmadon and pretty much the fight with just the whole story in general. Actually, at times it has its high points, it has its low points. It's better than the last season. Yes and no. The last season kind of left you at a cliffhanger that made you want more. And this season kind of left you like, they could have gave you a little bit more. However, I thought the season kind of wrapped up pretty well with majority of the characters. Like this is it for Trollhunters. I believe they may not. Now, the rumors going around is they were trying to get all 3 of those guys. They're trying to get all 3 of them. Well, all 3 of the series together, like the 3 Below and the other series. I can't think of it right now. Forgive me. And have some big universal crossover. Oh, and Wizards. And they're trying to cross them over with Trollhunters. I think the Wizards are going to be the last one with the crossover. 3 Below is next. Because there is like a backdoor type of pilot with 2 of the characters. There is a backdoor pilot. I don't want to tell you the episode. But, you know, you get to see, I think 2 of the main characters from 3 Below. Now, I'm not certain. They don't confirm it. But they do have some hints, which is pretty cool. But once they cross them over, it'll be great. But, again, the show was good. The season kind of took a different turn for the main character, which I somewhat like and I didn't like. All my enjoyment compared to the first one is a little bit low. I think I gave the first one 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. This one's a solid 7 out of 10. There's some issues I had here because a couple episodes did drag, and they did drag. It was a little bit better than Season 2. I mean, Season 2, I found enjoyment in one episode. That's when they had that classroom special episode. I thought that was pretty good. So, yeah. The problem I have with this season is, I was going to say, is there's 3 villains. Now, we all thought the villain was going to be Garmadon. However, there's another villain that plays a factor in the last season, and it kind of was like, did they just shoehorn that one in? Because they really didn't play upon that too much because it's all about Garmadon. But then when this new villain comes in that was touched upon last season, and it's not the assassin, well, yes, it is one of the assassins, but it was the other one who's pulling the strings. I kind of didn't like that. It kind of had that Dark Knight Rises effect where you had a good villain and what is his face as the villain as Bane, and then you did that 180 with Talia al Ghul, and it's kind of like it made Bane for nothing. It made just the whole concept stupid. It's kind of similar to this one in a way because it's like, really? Do you really need that person in a way? But that's just my opinion on the matter, you know. I could be wrong, so whatever. But I just didn't like that concept. And if you know what I'm talking about, you made it this far. I really ain't gonna spoil who it is. You have to watch it to yourself. But I will say it's 3 villains. And it kind of, I didn't like how they did that concept. Plus, the way one of the villains turned out too was like, really? Yeah, that's you on shit. But it was still a fantastic. Now, if you watch it from start to finish, the series itself is probably 8 out of 10. 8 or 9 out of 10. I'll go with 8 because, like I said, there's a couple issues I have with it. But the overall series as a whole is an 8 out of 10, and I quietly enjoyed it. That's best thing. And I do like this. There's a little end, like when you get to the end of the series, the series is dedicated to Anton, who died, the voice actor who died, the main character. Voice actor, he died with a terrible accident, and I like that. I kind of did like that. It was kind of sad too, because the way they ended, where you could be a hero, and then you just see that name, and then you start thinking to yourself, "Oh, the guy did just die. He died not too long ago," and it's sad. It sucks. And plus, I think that's his last type of form of media he did with any type of show. I think he did a few more movies, but all in all, I think that's it. I think that's all. That's done. That's all I have to say on that. But like I said, if you haven't gone seen it, check it out. I highly recommend it. If you have not seen Trollhunters, pretty much season 1, 2, and 3 are all out. You can binge watch it. I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best animated shows you will see thus far. It had action, had comedy, it had a mix of everything, and there's also a Del Toro project. You know, like I said, when it comes to Del Toro, he is the fantasy. I like to call him the fantasy kings. Him, Peter Jackson. You know, those 2 guys right there are the fantasy kings, and they know, and James Cameron acts sometimes, but those 2, Peter Jackson and Del Toro, those are the fantasy kings, and I love their work. When it comes to fantasy, they do a great job, and this is another great project that Del Toro did, and I cannot wait for 3 Below, and I think that's next. 3 Below, then Wizards. Ooh, I cannot wait for that one. Woo-hoo. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Peace. Have they Johnson D. And I'll see you in the next Disney. Take it away.